Good morning, students. Today we will be learning about the topic agreement of subject and verb as a part of your English language assignment. Students, in our previous chapter, you have learned about finite verbs, and all of you know a finite verb in a sentence must always agree with its subject in number and person. In a sentence, when the subject is singular, the verb must be singular, and when the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. This is the main rule to make a correct sentence. So, in a sentence, the verb must be agree with the subject in number and person to be grammatically correct. This is known as the agreement of subject and verb. It is also known as the subject-verb concord. For example, he has bought a new car. All the brothers are excellent speakers. A child likes chocolate. I am happy. We are Indians. He is writing a story these days. In these examples, it is quite easy to identify whether the subject is singular or plural, but sometimes it is difficult to decide whether the subject is singular or plural. Apart from the main rule, there are a few more rules according to which subject and verb agree. So, we have to keep some rules in our mind to understand whether the verb in a sentence is singular or plural to make the sentence grammatically correct. So now we will be doing rules of subject-verb agreement. Number 1, students, if two singular subjects joined with and then if the subject consists of two or more singular nouns or pronouns joined with and, it takes a plural verb. For example, Delhi and Mumbai are the most polluted cities of India. And next example, he and I were present in the meeting. So students, here you can see two nouns, Delhi and Mumbai, joined with and takes a plural verb are. In the same way, two pronouns, he and I, they are joining with and they are taking a plural verb were. Now, second rule, when two nouns are joined with and but refer to the same person or thing or suggest one idea, then we take singular verb. So here you can see when two nouns but they refer to the same person, then they take the singular verb. For example, my philosopher and guide is dead. So students, in this sentence, philosopher and guide is the same person who is dead. So it is joining with and but it is taking a singular verb, that is. Next, rice and curry is my favorite meal. So rice and curry are making A meal, same idea. So it is taking a singular verb is. Now, rule number 3, with and as well as. Students, when the subject consists of two nouns or pronouns joined with or as well as, the verb agrees with the first of them. So, verb agrees with the first subject. For example, the captain with all the players is present in the ground. So students, you can see captain and players, two nouns joining with. It consists of two nouns and it take the verb with first person, that is captain is. If we will take it with second subject, then players, then it will come are. But when it is joining with, we will use the verb agree with the first subject. And then next example, as well as. I as well as they am tired of work. So students, first subject is I, so it takes verb am. Now number 4, each, either, neither, everyone, one of. They take a singular verb. For example, each of these sisters sings well. Example number 2, either of two candidates is perfect for the job. Example number 3, neither of the two plans is suitable. Example number 4, everyone knows the secret now. Now rule number 5, students, when two subjects are connected with either or neither nor, the verb agrees with the later subject, the second subject. For example, either the manager or the employees are telling lie. Here you can see later second of subject is employees, so verb agree with employees. Example number 2, neither the moon nor the stars were shining. So later subject is stars. Stars were shining. Now rule number 6, when the subject is a unit of measurement or a mathematical equation, the verb used is singular. For example, 70 miles is a long distance to travel on foot. Example number 2, I don't need so much. 2 kilograms is enough for me. Now rule number 7, students, there are certain nouns which ends in s and they look plural, but they are singular in number. So they take singular verb. For example, mumps is a disease with painful swelling. Next, generally caught by children. Next example, economics is my favorite subject. Example number 3, gymnastic is an Olympic sport. Now rule number 8, when the subject is collective noun, we use singular or plural verbs based on the meaning we want to convey. For example, the team plays well. So here we take team as a singular subject. Team plays well. In the second example, the members of the jury are still divided on their opinion. So here the collective noun jury is taken as plural. So it is taking plural verb are. Next rule, rule number 9. Often a proper noun looks plural in form, but it stands for on one object and it takes a singular verb. For example, Atma Ram and Sons is a well-known publishing company. Then, rule number 10. Some nouns are always plural in form and therefore they take plural verbs. For example, your binoculars look very powerful. Then, example number 2. These scissors are not sharp enough to cut this wire. Now, rule number 11. Much and a little take a singular verb. For example, much has already been said. Then example number 2. Only a little of the work has been completed. Now the last rule, many, a few, several, both take a plural verb. So here you can see many of these students were absent yesterday. And a few of these houses are still vacant. Then example number 3. Several of these shops are closed today. Then last example of both of the guests have arrived. So students, we have done with the topic subject-verb agreement. Now you all are required to revise the content carefully and try to attempt all the exercises given in your book. Thank you and have a nice day.